Astronauts in Training by Benjamin Talicki. Anna Gomez spotted Larry Waters looking for a table in the cafeteria. "Hi, Larry," she called out. Larry smiled and brought his tray over. "Hi, Anna. You're looking especially cheerful this morning," he remarked as he sat. Anna smiled broadly. "You got your launch date, didn't you?" Larry exclaimed. "Yes, I did," Anna replied. "Finally! The wait seemed endless. I have been curious about that planet since I was 10, and now I'll be on our first mission to Venus. We're leaving 10 months from now on April 17th, 2016. "That's realistic. You'll have plenty of time to train your crew, and they'll have time to review the virtual trip before the actual flight." "Congratulations, Anna. It sounds like you would have picked this mission if you had your choice of any planet in the whole universe." "Well," replied Anna, "if I could go anywhere in the solar system, I'd pick Pluto. But that wouldn't be a wise choice for a middle-aged astronaut. By the time we're able to go there, I'll be out of the space program. I'll be sensible and stick to Venus. What about you, Larry? You applied for the next trip to Mars. It's time you went as the commander." Larry protested. "I wish that were true, but Sergio Castanelli has been ahead of me since we left the academy, and the remote control for his new leg attachment is ready. Sergio has been paralyzed since he was a child. He's really looking forward to his walk on Mars. If I'm not mistaken, though, the next trip to Mars is planned for April. Wouldn't it be great if we were headed for Earth's nearest neighbors at the same time?" Reread for comprehension. Make inferences and analyze. Character. A character's emotions can change often. A character's traits are longer-lasting parts of their personality. You can make inferences about a character's traits from what he or she does, says, feels, or thinks in the story. A character web can help you analyze a character's traits. Reread the selection to find the traits for one of the main characters. So good readers basically will analyze the traits or special qualities of the characters as they read. They make inferences, which are like guesses, about what the characters may have done in the past and what they may do next. So basically, when you're trying to analyze a character, you take note how he or she is described by the author or the other characters. What kind of describing words were used? What were things said about the character? And you're going to want to pay attention to the character's actions because this helps identify his or her traits. So as you're reading, you want to continue to examine his or her actions in the story. Now remember, the major characters are the characters who are described in the greatest detail by the author and whose actions are most important to the plot in the story. The minor characters are those who do not have such importance to the plot and who are not as fully developed. You are looking at a character web. In the middle is the name of one of the major characters, Anna Gomez. She was important to the story because she was described in a lot of detail by the author, and her actions were most important to the plot of the story. In the 4 circles on the outside, you're going to see traits that were given to describe Anna Gomez. The first one is enthusiastic. That means Anna was very enthusiastic or excited throughout the story. That was shown when she talked to Larry, and it talked about how she was cheerful and happy, and she was so excited that the wait was finally over and she was going to go to Venus. She was also excited for Larry and the progress he was making in the space program as well. Another word that was chosen is the word curious. That was chosen because Anna, obviously as part of the space program, is curious about learning more about space, willing to go all the way to another planet to visit to find out more information. So we can tell that Anna Gomez is a curious person. Another word to describe her was supportive. If we think back to the story, we can think about how she talked with Larry. She didn't just talk about herself, she asked questions about Larry and how he was going to be going into the space program, and also talked about how it was his turn to be the commander. So she was showing her support to Larry throughout the story. So that makes us realize she's a supportive person. The last word to describe Anna was sensible. We can tell that Anna is a sensible person by some of the comments she made. One of them was how she wanted to go to Pluto if she could choose anywhere in the solar system, but she realized it wasn't a wise choice for someone her age because by the time she'd get there and back, she'd be too old to even be a part of the space program. So we can tell that she is a very sensible person, and that's why that word was used to describe Anna Gomez. So a character web basically puts a major character's name in the middle, and then as you read and you look at the actions and how the person is described, you come up with traits that would describe that person and put them in the outside circles.